It's back to basics for the Hollywood Hunter as we return to the very farm he grew up on. And while Freddy hasn't bagged him a buck big enough to win the buck pool, he's determined once and for all to destroy Matt's record-winning streak.
When not hunting at the Harteis Ranch, the next best place are the Harteis Farms, because that's where I got started. That's my roots, that's where my father and I did a lot of hunting. And then also the buck pull, which we do every year.
You got him! You got him! You knocked him down!
This year we're getting very serious with the buck pull. I'm putting all the odds in my favor. We're up here in the killing tower. As some of you have heard the Tower of Terror in Disney, well, this is the Tower of Terror for deer. We got the law rifle ready to rock. We can shoot 360 here. You say, oh, that's easy. Well, it has its own complications. You're shooting long range, you have to shoot quick, get on them and bang. So it should be a good day. The buck pull is going to be huge this year. We got 10 guys in it. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the really monster bucks, but it's about doing it with some of your best friends and having a good time and just run around the woods. We love doing a buck pull, and that is having bragging rights on good deer and seeing tons of deer in Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, we all know, is hunted incredibly heavy. During hunting season, you see a lot of deer moving across these fields constantly. The guys in which come back year to year are my Uncle Lon, Matt Lingle, my best friend, several guys that are part of what we call the Harteis Farm Club. They're all competitive and want to shoot a real good deer.
It's good to see you, bro.
We aren't going to all have opportunities, but when we do, we better seize the moment.
Oh, good morning.
I'm sending the guys out in the best spots that we have. Matt's going to be down at the Tallman Farm. I'm looking to go up on the tower. Kurt over top of the hill where he hunts usually. My Uncle Lon over at a Portsline Farm across the street. Another buddy of mine, Rob, over the 300-yard target. So it should be a good time.
So here we are at the Tallman Farm at the Harteis properties in Pennsylvania. Our annual buck hunt. Beautiful, beautiful day. Seen lots of deer so far.
So here we are, first morning. There's deer right behind us running. What's that? 2 does. Deer everywhere. They keep crossing the fields. We've probably seen about 70 deer already. It just got light. With these towers, I know it looks pretty simple. I mean, you're gonna get about 2 seconds to get a shot off. The deer's gonna run across the field. You gotta be on them. You gotta know the yardage. You gotta know the wind. You gotta know where to aim. You gotta make sure you're making an ethical shot, and you got no time to waste. I'll tell you, it's not as easy as it looks. Never did see a big buck that morning. We saw lots of little bucks and lots of does. So these long days sitting in a blind or sitting in a stand can get really boring. So we try to have some fun, and we have a text thread with all the guys on there, and we just talk trash all day long on our phones.
Got us a text. Zoom in. Boys, let the bloodbath begin. Be safe and have fun. And know the Hollywood Hunter's your biggest fan. Now get out there and fight for second place. I'll send you a picture of the winning buck. Typical Freddy.
So Matt saw a 7-point pop his head out, but not big enough to take the first morning. The farm that Matt's hunting is very unique because there's long shots. You could have a shot out to 1,000 yards. If there's wind, it's definitely a deterrent. Big fields, not a lot of cover. The deer cross those fields, but they don't hang out in them. The latter part of the day, Matt gets on the deer.
Little 8-point.
There were does everywhere. It just would not present a shot. This is part of the process. We're sitting waiting it out. We have fields all around us. We can see a lot. We've seen a ton of deer, but just no good bucks yet. So I'm texting, I hear a gun go off. I think I heard JC shoot. Time will tell.
Arms Core Ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent Crusher. Scent off. Game on. Raptor Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit RaptorRazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. It's only the first morning and bucks are running amok all over Freddy's Pennsylvania farm, with hunters strategically placed everywhere. It's only a matter of time before someone draws first blood.
So I'm texting, I hear a gun go off. I think I heard JC shoot. Time will tell. And I'm texting him, hey, how'd it go? And he said, my little hunter got a buck.
We're here with Hunter. He shot about 15 minutes ago.
My name's Hunter Mealy. Shot my first doe when I was about 7. I know the Hollywood Hunter through my dad. He's good friends with him. It was a pretty long hike in there. But once we got in, right when we sit down in the chair, 10 minutes later we hear walking behind us. Just a couple does. My dad said, there is a buck. And he said, do you want to take a shot at it?
That was the start of the hunt, is to see this little guy who is adorable that just get out there and get it done. The circumstances weren't great. He had a real quick shot opportunity. He didn't see the whole animal, but made a great shot.
I think I got it because I remember when I was squeezing the trigger. He was right on the shoulder.
So cool to see him so happy. He brings in the first deer of the week. Little Hunter just whacked a buck up on the mountain out of one of the stands, and we're waiting to see how big it is. He's part of the buck pool. It'd be cool to see him be a winner.
I want to thank Freddy and Hollywood Hunter for letting me hunt on their property.
It was so cool to see him come back with the deer and just see his smile.
It was fun. It was
Awesome. Act like you mean it. Act like you mean it. I'm kicking myself because I should have sent a camera with little Hunter, because who would have thought that kid would be the first one to tag out?
We were just sitting in the stand. I was about to take a nap. Dad was like, Hunter, do you want to try to take a shot? Looks like there's a buck. Then it peeked just in between 2 trees and shot right through the tree.
To see his excitement glowing. He makes a great shot on this deer. It was getting all of us excited to keep rocking and rolling. We knew it was a matter of time we were going to find another buck.
It's really fun. I love it out here.
Well, hello there. It is the end of the first day. We had 2 guys miss today. We had little Hunter kill a nice 8-point. And tonight I told Hunter he's going to be doing a seminar on how to kill bucks. So that evening I had Hunter stand up in front of all of us and teach us how to kill a deer.
Whenever I'm aiming down the sight, I just think about trying to impress Freddy over here. Gotta make the shot. So I'm like, I can't miss it because I might not have another shot today. Don't let your mind off what you're aiming for.
Yep.
And just like focus. When we saw it, I was excited.
That's my boy!
I'm hoping I'm winning the buck pool. I don't know. No one's shot anything else yet. Now Freddy, he was hunting up there. I mean, if he quit jumping around and dancing in his stand and texting his guys, he's too busy messing around up there. He'll probably see more deer than all of us, but no. He'll be on his phone. He'll probably take pictures of them.
It's morning 2 of the hunt.
One buck down. The little man did a great speech yesterday. We all feel encouraged and motivated that we can get her done today.
45 minutes when the sun come up, I see deer move below me. Then when the sun come up, I see the deer at the end of the corn come out the other side, and that's when. And I took a shot. It's about 150, maybe 175 yards away. I felt pretty good about the shot, so we're gonna go back and see if I didn't get it.
So the next morning, my Uncle Lon calls me and says, hey, I think I got a buck. There's a buck that ran down by him and he thought he made a good shot. He come back to the tower to hang out with me for a while, and then we were gonna go back out and see if we could find him. We're combing the fields and I see a good buck. We get the gun out.
That's the best deer I've seen.
The deer's not quite as good as what I was thinking, so we pass.
We're seeing lots of deer. We just saw a decent buck, first decent buck we've seen. And we're just hopeful to see something a little bit bigger.
We were watching does pass the field, but just couldn't find anything worthwhile.
That's about all we're gonna see here. Why don't we go down and get breakfast? So Matt misses me, I think. He wanted to meet up for breakfast, so we're gonna go break it up a little bit today. We're gonna go do breakfast, and then we're gonna go back and find Lon's deer, and then we're gonna kill a buck after that. So we have it all planned out. Well, we made it to our breakfast spot. We're gonna hang out with the boys, catch up, and then regroup.
After a rainy second morning, visibility becomes an issue for the Hollywood hunter. So they decide to break for breakfast and come back rockin' with the annual deer drive.
So after breakfast, we meet up on the main farm. We decide we're gonna do the porch line push.
We're heading up for the Pennsylvania deer drive. We do it every year. So Matt and I are gonna get in position. The wind's gonna be perfect as we get moving.
We are getting ready to do a good old-fashioned Pennsylvania deer drive. Uncle Lon's gonna go over there and drive out a finger. Freddy and I are posted up and get ready to rock and roll.
So we're gonna go walk that through and see if we can't bump some deer out to find something we're after. My Uncle Lon does a push down through this patch of woods and 27 deer come through, all baldies. It was pretty remarkable to see that many deer come out of such a little piece of woods.
Wow, that was a lot of doe. My golly, not a buck in sight.
That is what was supposed to happen. Except for the buck was supposed to be big.
After we pushed out that piece of woods, that was actually where my Uncle Lon shot at that deer.
I see deer move below me. That's when. And I took a shot. It's about 175 yards away. I felt pretty good about the shot.
We walked the whole way through there.
Further up.
But it could have turned and went up the gutter down the gutter.
Never saw any reason to believe that that deer was hit. While we're in the tower, Daniel and Matt are down at the Tolman farm.
Got back from the Tolman farm from going to help Uncle Lon look for his buck.
It rains pretty hard. Matt was excited to be in shelter. He had a heater and he was on his phone. He sees a few doe from time to time.
So, crappy day, dude. Bad weather.
The perfect condition for whitetail deer hunting is once the storm leaves in that calm, the deer are hungry. So we knew right there toward the latter part of the day, there was gonna be activity. Later in that evening, the giant buck that was down there steps out into the field and Matt's excited, he's in position to take him. He's getting ready to rock this deer. That buck steps out in the open.
See him?
But there's a farm behind us, that there's a driveway, and a vehicle rolls up in there, and actually that deer catches them and gets nervous and runs back into the timber. Most of the does stayed out in the field, but that buck was gone, so they figured over time, just be ready, he's eventually gonna reappear. That buck comes back out of the woods, gives Matt a good shot, maybe 400 yards, and for some reason, Matt touches off and bullet seems to go over his back. A deer of that caliber, you're lucky enough to get one opportunity at him. To get two is virtually impossible.
Had him at about 360. We shot right over top of him.
That big deer ends up coming back out into the field closer than the shot before. It said, hey, if you can't get me out here, maybe I'll come closer.
There he is, there he is, there he is.
Arms Core Ammo. Right on target, right on the price. Scent Crusher. Scent off, game on. Raptor Razor takes field dressing to a whole new level. Visit RaptorRazor.com. Excalibur Crossbows, the most accurate hunting crossbow. ExcaliburCrossbow.com. Keystone Sporting Arms, home of the Cricket, Chipmunk, and the new 722.
Tree Stand Buddy, the quick attach slide mount system for hang-on tree stands.
Ripcord's new Ace Standard with the Firefall design. See the Ace difference. Hollywood Hunter is also brought to you by these fine sponsors. Matt finally gets an opportunity at a giant buck, but shoots over its back and misses. Does this mean the Hollywood Hunter will finally catch a break? Find out on this exciting conclusion of the Hollywood Hunter.
Daniel and Matt are down at the Tolman farm. That evening, the giant buck steps out into the field, gives Matt a good shot. Bullet seems to go over his back.
Had him at about 360. We shot right over top of him.
That big deer ends up coming back out into the field closer than the shot before. It said, hey, if you can't get me out here, maybe I'll come closer. And gives Matt a perfectly broadside shot, and this time, he makes it happen.
Did you see that? My gosh, would you look at this thing? Look at him! My gosh, he's a giant anywhere! Beautiful 9-point, real wide out past his ears. Great beams. Oh.
What a great day, huh? Thanks, guys. It was pretty wild. They're all waiting for you up there. Thanks, man. Awesome. Good seeing you, man. Good seeing you.
So this is our last-ditch effort. We're just hopeful that this last day it's going to come together. I said, hey, we'll go up on the shooting tower up until dark. Let's just see if anything happens. This was the last night of the buck pull, and that being said, if a good deer showed up, we were going to take it. Well, the last little bit of light, we were about 10 minutes from the end of shooting light. I couldn't believe it. A real nice 8-point comes stepping out of the field at about 450 yards into this cornfield. And when he did, I put out that gun and we were in position, ready to rock. We proceeded to put him in the ground. I'll tell you, we cranked one out there, 450 yards. Just made a great shot on him. He went running across the field, and right before he went out of frame, he fell over, and we got ourselves the runner-up.
Yes, we did it. 420 yards. We just took this law rifle, made it happen. Great 8-point for Pennsylvania. I think I took second to Matt again. What a jerk.
I don't know, dude. I mean, something's gonna have to end this winning streak. Whew.
I don't care who wins. I just want to have a good time, and that's what we do in Pennsylvania. Is we talk a good game. Some of us get lucky.
I'm proud of that deer. This was a good hunt, my friend. What a cool deer. He's the #2 contender here in Pennsylvania. I like this buck.
It was a great deer, a great hunt. I was excited to be able to know that I could get one within that time frame of that 3-day hunt.
A typical Pennsylvania hunt, but that's what it's all about. It's all about the friends, the family, the camaraderie, the food, and the stories. This is the last night of the buck pull. We took second. Matt beat us again, but I am darn proud of this 420-yard shot with a law rifle.
The reason for the buck pull is just have some fun. It doesn't matter who gets the biggest deer. Pennsylvania is not an easy state to kill a big deer in. Matt seems to win it every year. Hey, let the best man be in the best spot, you know?
The annual buck pull is here, finishing up tonight. Tonight was the wrap of it. All the boys that got bucks, I am so proud of you guys. Matt, looks like you beat me again, but this is a close second place. Little Hunter, you did a great job. Everyone that was here, I'll tell you, I'm so blessed to call you friends, and what a great hunt it was.
So now wrapping up this hunt, I'm excited to get in there with the kids because there's some special things about to happen.
Closed captioning has been brought to you by Arms Corps Ammo.
What we're doing on the Pennsylvania farms is we have an 8-point rule, so 4 on each side, minimum of a 2.5-year-old deer. Also, don't shoot a deer unless you think it's going to win the buck pull. We're trying to grow the deer up a little bit. There's tons of pressure. We'll never have big deer, but we're doing what we can to be able to help manage it. And there's some other tricks up our sleeve that we're going to be bringing into account over the next year, so stay tuned.